Pollock here with SB Nation Arizona and Bright Side of the Sun, coming to you from U.S. Airways Center after the last Suns game of the season. Probably for the last time of the season. It's been a crazy year. It's been a roller coaster year. Lots of ups and downs. Really, two different teams. The team started 12-19, finished the season strong, and ended up at 500. You know, this final game really obviously didn't matter too much to either team. The Spurs didn't play any of their main players, weren't even in town. Greg Popovich flew home this afternoon before the game. Suns rested Steve Nash and Marcin Gortat. Those guys only played about 20 minutes. In the end, the Spurs won, but who really cares? The big event, the big occurrence in this game was really one of the best things I've seen from an Arizona sports crowd ever. A really fantastic moment, really emotional moment. With about 5 minutes left to go in the game, spontaneous cheers started from a particularly rowdy group of fans that sits behind one of the baskets, and just immediately, quickly spread through the rest of the crowd. The "We want Steve" chants, "We want Steve" chants, and continued through a timeout. So the fans were on their feet. Initially, after the timeout, Nash didn't come back in, but then on an injury timeout with the crowd just wouldn't have any of it, and Steve came back in. He didn't stay in for long, and I think that was appropriate. Coach Gentry said after the game he wanted to give other guys opportunity to play, wanted to see how some guys would react in different situations, whatever. This was really about Steve Nash and his night, and the fans having a chance, and maybe their final chance to give their appreciation to him for all he's done for this team over the last 8 years. Steve, after the game, was pretty emotional about it, I'd say. Really appreciated the feeling from the fans, and said it confirmed the relationship that he believed existed between he and the fans. And I think that moment, the fans really helped themselves and helped the team if folks want Steve Nash to come back, which is certainly a possibility. And after the game, he, as he said all along, he's not made any decisions. He's going to evaluate his options. He does want the team to get better. Of course, everybody wants the team to get better, so that's really not a surprise or a big deal there. And we'll see what happens. I think it'll be probably early to mid-July before we know what happens with Steve, whether he comes back here, whether he goes somewhere else. He does want to play 3 more years. He says he was happy with the way he played, the way he physically handled the season, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So that's pretty much it for this game. It's I guess it's a pretty fitting way to end the season with a loss to the Spurs, who look really good, even without their best player. I mean, Thiago Splitter just destroyed the Suns inside. And, we saw some nice things from players like Sebastian Telfair, who won the Dan Marley Hustle Award, by the way. Really probably the biggest surprise of the year, biggest improvement. He was impressive. Shannon Brown, Michael Redd, those guys played well. Robin Lopez had a few nice moments and a few let's just say Robin Lopez moments, and we'll see what happens with him. He's a restricted free agent. So all in all, it's been a fun season, a very fun team to cover. Great group of guys, great chemistry on the team. Steve said, he called the year a success. He talked about the team being greater than the sum of their parts. I totally agree with that. And you know what? You're not going to have a great team. You're not going to have great talent every year, and you're not going to compete every year at the highest level. But what you ask for is a good team that plays well, plays hard, fights hard, works together, good guys, and that's what this team did. When they're down, when they started the season 12-19, they didn't quit, they didn't give up, despite a lot of us giving up on them. They fought back and made it a fun year, and I don't have any problems with that. So it's been fun for me. Hope you've enjoyed it. I appreciate your support, your readership, and everything you guys do, because I wouldn't be here without you. So thanks. Have a good summer.
Yeah, it was obviously amazing to get that type of reception and support. It's very special, because it's not something I asked for or imagined, and to get that type of spontaneous reaction, means it's it's authentic, the relationship that I thought we had. So. It's great. It really feels special, and the fans have been phenomenal. It meant a lot to me to play in a city like this for as long as I have, and to feel important to the fans and the community. And I just feel like a very lucky guy.
You talked about your emotions going into the night, knowing that possibly you had decisions to make, but this could possibly be the last home game here.
Well, I mean, at first, I must admit, I'm not the most sentimental person in the world. So, you know, I didn't, you know, it wasn't you know, it's something I shy away from more than try to soak it up and get emotional and all that stuff. But, you know, I mean, to be honest, I really didn't get a chance to think about it. If this were to be my last game, it would be, you know, a night I'll remember and be an important night for me. But, you know, I didn't get a lot of moments to put that in perspective because, you know, we were playing for our lives last night and coming back in the middle of the night and, you know, getting the kids from school and stuff like that. It's not like you have a lot of time to sit around and try to put your career in perspective. So, you know, I just wanted to play hard and try to go out on a good note for this season.
Where do you go from here in terms of your career, your ideas, exploration?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, I'm going to have to obviously sit down and consider my options and maybe predict and evaluate possibilities. But, you know, I'm in no rush. You know, I think it's important to take my time and just, you know, gain some perspective on what's happened in my career and what the future may hold. So, you know, just a lot of speculation at this point.
What are you looking for from management here to help make the decision to stay here or future?
Obviously, I mean, for me, I just want our team to be as competitive as possible if I were to return. And, you know, we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of factors involved, and you know, I'll get a chance to sit down and evaluate all of them at some point.
First season here in Phoenix.
Whew. I wish I could have been summing it up after a playoff series, but pretty good season for me. I think I got a lot of positive things. I think I got an opportunity of a lifetime this season. I think I improved a lot on being consistent. I'm real excited for myself.
What was it like looking around, seeing the crowd say that about Steve, and what's it been like working with him this year?
Well, we started the campaign today to get him back. You know, he knows the fans love him, so that was pretty cool to see that.
Now, Gentry said before the game tonight that he was going to be watching film a lot with you this summer. What's the plan from here to pick up where you left off next season?
Well, being in the gym, you know, I think I get off to a better start next season with knowing the system, knowing the plays, knowing you know, the team. I think that's going to help me a lot to improve early in the season and have an extremely strong season from start to finish.
You know, the struggle we had early in the year and to pick it up second half. And guys now need to get better, work on some stuff, work on some things, and overall, hopefully in the summertime, you know, hopefully Steve Nash comes back. Obviously, this is a guy that is the franchise player, and you don't know what's up with him, but he definitely makes us a lot better.
What was that moment like for you when the fans started chanting for Steve?
I never been a part of anything like that. It just shows you the respect they've had for him. He's had a hell of a career. I've talked to different people that how, you know, he was here not starting and finally getting his chance in Dallas and coming back here, and probably one of the most unselfish basketball players, you know, that I've ever played with. Makes everyone better, but it just shows you all the hard work he's put in, and these fans definitely here in Phoenix appreciate it.
Would it be difficult to see him